Good morning, I'm Bernie Lucas. You know that credit unions provide services similar to banks, but they are also involved in the communities they serve. For the next few minutes, we'll look into some local community activities of the Northwest Federal Credit Union. And our guests to give us the details, Victoria Gillespie, Senior Vice President of Outreach, and Harmony Taddeo, Vice President of Marketing and Communications. Good to see both of you.
Thanks for having us.
So, Victoria, you have a program called Northwest Federal's Why. Tell us about that.
Yes, we do. It's very exciting. Last year in 2017, our goal was to really define our why for our employees. What are we passionate about? What motivates us? A true call to action. So our why is to serve and inspire to transform lives.
So how do you put this into action?
One way that we put our why at Northwest into action is by volunteering within our community. Northwest Federal is unusual in that we actually allocate 24 hours of paid leave for every single employee. That provides an opportunity for them to get out and give back to the community in which we serve.
That's a pretty good benefit. I like the sound of that one.
It's unique.
Yeah. And now Northwest Federal Credit Union Foundation is a part of the credit union? Is that how that works?
Yes, it actually is our philanthropic arm, and we actually provide scholarships. We mentor in local elementary schools, and we actually host a night of magic at Inova Fairfax Children's Hospital each year. The foundation is the primary way that we help support our local community, the children within it. So it specializes in the children aspect of those in need.
Yeah. What are some of the types of volunteer work that you do?
We focus on 4 primary paths for community service. One is animal welfare. The second one is the environment and arts. The third is children and those with special needs. And the fourth path is health and wellness. So we will partner with local community partners who serve those specific categories in providing opportunities for our employees to give back and help in those organizations.
Right. Sounds good. It's a lot more than something you would imagine a federal credit, a credit union doing. You kind of think of the dollars and cents of that, but this is something, plugged into the community.
We do find it somewhat of a differentiator for the employees as well as our purpose. Credit unions overall are known for giving back and helping the community, but we feel like we really stood behind it with giving those 24 hours to our employees. And it's interesting that we have an employee that leads and chairs each of the committees. So they get to guide us on our resources and corporate giving policy of where we actually invest. So we have it involved at all levels of the organization.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Harmony, let me ask you, What is the relationship with the town of Herndon? I know you have locations, all over Northern Virginia, Tyson, Chantilly, Leesburg, Manassas, but also Herndon in a special relationship. Tell us about that.
Yes. We have had our corporate headquarters in Herndon, Virginia since 1989, and we are honored to serve as the credit union for the employees of the town of Herndon. So in addition to actually being the credit union to serve their financial needs, we also have the opportunity to partner with the town of Herndon for the many wonderful events that they put on for the community. That includes their Icebreaker Run, which occurs in March each year. It's always very cold. Icebreaker is very factual.
Yeah.
Last year, it definitely snowed on us, but it is a fantastic event, raising money, and it's located right at our Herndon corporate office. So we've been participating as the host of that event for the past 3 years. And in addition, we've participated in the Herndon Festival. This year, we are extremely excited to be the title sponsor of the festival.
Yeah, that I have not, excuse me, I have to confess I have not been to that, but I've heard about it. But, tell us about the Herndon Festival.
Okay. The festival is a free event providing activities, music, and crafts for all ages over the course of 4 days. This year, it runs from May 31st through June 3rd with a glow night on Saturday and both a 10K and 5K race on Sunday morning. There will be many businesses and crafters from around the regions with booths and hundreds of volunteers contributing time from civic groups to make the festival a reality. And that includes volunteers from our own Northwest Federal. In addition, Northwest Federal and Arts Herndon will provide crafts for kids on Saturday and Sunday as part of Hands-On Art. And there's more information about this amazing festival at herndonfestival.net.
Excellent. Why did you decide to become a sponsor of the Herndon Festival?
We've participated in the festival for the last several years and really seen what a great opportunity it is to interact with the community. It's a beloved event, and it has been held for 37 years. Northwest Federal has been serving members in the community for over 70 years, and as I mentioned, our corporate headquarters has been in Herndon for nearly 20 years now. And so therefore, this sponsorship really allows us to give back to the community in which we are located and in which we serve. And we want to make sure that it's a free event for all of those who participate. So by us sponsoring, we can ensure that it continues in that manner.
Right. And Northwest Federal is based in Herndon. That's the corporate headquarters.
That's right. And we do have 2 branch offices in Herndon.
Yeah. I'm Bernie Lucas. We're talking with Harmony Taddeo and Victoria Gillespie with Northwest Federal Credit Union, and we're talking about a lot of the community activities. Victoria, tell us more about the work that the Northwest Federal Credit Union Foundation does.
The foundation is very committed to, again, helping the youth in the area. We've raised well over $1 million in scholarships, and just last year we were able to give back needs-based scholarships of about $140,000. What we do in order to raise funds is we host an annual golf tournament, which is very successful, and then we do a glow night, a fun event where they can run the campus, and that's an additional fundraiser. We use that to help contribute back to the scholarships that we fund.
So what did you say about the scholarships again?
Yes, every year we work and coordinate fundraising activities so that we will be able to provide scholarships to those students in need. Thus far, we've raised over $1 million that we could then fund scholarships with, and just last year we raised $140,000 to give back in scholarship funds.
Let's go back to Harmony for a minute here. Tell us more about some of the work that Northwest Federal is doing in the community.
In addition to the work of the Northwest Federal Credit Union Foundation, we partner with over 30 different community partners, and our 500 plus employees use their 24 paid volunteer hours to volunteer at locations such as the Embry Rucker Shelter in Reston, Link, which is a food pantry in Herndon, Runnymede Park, which is a park that is located just a couple miles from our corporate headquarters, and at the Children's Science Center. We are honored to have the opportunity to work with these great organizations for the work that they do in the community, serving children, those with special needs, those who are in need of food, those who are in need of shelter, and our employees really are able to put that why into motion through these volunteer acts.
Mm-hmm. And I guess the Northwest Federal Credit Union's been doing these kinds of things for a long time. Last year you had something tied in with your 70th, right?
We did. Last year was our 70th anniversary, and we celebrated with 70 acts of we. And this was a great opportunity for us to get out into the community at least 70 times, whether we were raising food, collecting pet supplies for animals for the Humane Society, or just celebrating simple national days such as the National Day of Giving and being able to just pick a family in need and help them. So it was a great opportunity for all of our employees to get involved, as well as our board, our members, and all of these community partners that we work with.
Yeah. I know I didn't tell you in advance I would ask this question, but let me throw it out and see what happens. What are there some specific activities that each of you are involved with specifically?
The one that's near and dear to my heart is our relationship with Stepsisters. This is an organization in Ashburn that provides support for women who are undergoing breast cancer treatment. It is an organization that supports those actual patients, not research, and they supply chemo kits and house cleaning services as well as transportation for women undergoing care. So that's one that I've been really honored to work with and really find very special.
Yeah. And how about you, Victoria?
I particularly like the food giving back through links, those in need. What I find most interesting is it is not that these individuals are not choosing to work. Many of the individuals work, simply do not make an income sufficient enough to support their whole families. So when you realize that they're going out to work every day but still can't provide for their families, that motivates me to give back and help even more. So we've enjoyed our relationship with Links a great deal.
Yeah, it's expensive living in this area.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we have about a minute or two to go. Is there anything else that either of you would like to add or repeat?
One thing I wanted to share was a good example of our partnerships with the environment is that we are focusing on working with Loudon Wildlife and the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, as well as the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. That all led us to actually be a sponsor for the National Trails Days. It actually takes place on June 2nd, and we're excited to all get together. It'll be hosted at Bears Den in Leesburg, Virginia, so we hope you'll join us for a great day of trail hiking.
Yeah, good.
Absolutely. And Northwest Federal is just a wonderful place to work. As we mentioned, that we have benefits such as giving back with these 24 hours. So I would encourage anyone who's interested in joining our workforce or becoming a member or just getting involved. Perhaps there's a nonprofit listening right now that would love to come alongside with us, to visit our website at nwfcu.org to learn more.
Harmony Taddeo and Victoria Gillespie with Northwest Federal Credit Union. Really learned a lot here and appreciate that you have spent the time to tell us about it.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
for having us.
us.
It's been a pleasure.
And let's close with with that website one more time.
Our website is nwfcu.org.